How's that?
That's better.
Is that good?
That from here, that shot looks pretty sick.
That shot is sick.
Yeah,
That's
in a
It's
good
a
way.
sick shot.
Good
Yeah, you
sick
guys
shot.
look good. You
All
guys
right.
look good.
All
Let me
right.
make sure that.
Let me get my notes.
I love what my wife is doing in the background right now.
What is going on?
Just have a drink.
Oh, is it?
Why are you crawling? You're not even in
is
the
there
frame.
more water?
Oh, yes, there were
Can I
more.
have another water?
Um.
I didn't
Yeah.
want to be in the frame.
Yo, what? You're not even close to the frame.
Just be in the frame, and then we'll just edit it out.
Hold on. Here. All right, and
Wow, how did the shooters roll now?
What?
I'm clapping so you
Okay.
can sync me on
Yeah.
here.
Well, you have to
Clap
be.
more to
I
the
need.
right.
I need to be the one who claps because I need to.
Yeah, maybe to have
Yeah.
James clap if he's in
Right.
both shots.
Yeah.
This is the start. Welcome to a very special episode of the Good Games Podcast. We're all together in one place, and if you're watching us on YouTube, you can see our really dumb faces.
In the
Like,
YouTube space.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Like, subscribe, Twitter.
And what's the other one? You gotta like, you gotta subscribe, and what? Hit the bell. Is that the other one?
Yeah, if you want, but you don't have to hit the
No, you gotta hit the bell.
Don't
You
hit the
you
bell.
better hit that bell.
Otherwise, how will you know?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Well, I mean, even if you don't hit the bell, like you'll see the little blue thing that shows that your subscription has added a video. So, like, it's okay if you don't hit the bell. But if you were so inclined just to hit the bell, hit the bell.
So the other thing that makes the episode of this podcast very special, not just that we are all in one place,
Which is
is very special, but we have some very special things we're talking about. We're talking
Yeah.
about Super Smash Brothers.
John Shad is here, by the way.
I'm here.
And
Does that make
John's
it
here.
special?
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, if you're not watching on YouTube and you can't see the live video,
Right. That's
John
what
is
yeah,
here
yeah.
as the third person.
Yep.
So we're going to be talking Smash Ultimate, and then later on we're going to be talking our top 5
Wow.
games of the year. But we're doing a little special. We got categories for each, so we're going to go category by category.
This is our end of year ceremonies. Basically, this is like
This
year
is
in
it.
review.
This is it.
This is
Looking back.
exciting times. Yeah.
Yeah.
20 great team.
Let's get right into Smash.
Yeah.
Well, we just got done playing some Smash. What?
Hold on. I feel like I should preface this. Smash Brothers is a very important game to. Well, all of the games are very important to our history. You know, it's kind of like a family. You know, it's kind of like this thing that I've spent way too many hours doing. You spent even more hours than me. And like when we first met you were
Yeah,
like, "Why do
this
these
is-
guys play so much Smash Brothers?"
No, no. I mean, we bonded over
So,
that.
so the importance of this game is like it's not just a new Smash Bros. Is out like this was like our life's blood for a while, all right. So that being said, a new Smash Bros. Has been released.
It has. Let's go. Leo, you first. First impressions.
First impressions.
Yeah. What was your first? Because I stayed up release night and played it all night long.
Oh, me too. First impressions were yes.
Yeah, basically.
That's it. That was it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's here.
Just a primitive, like, oh, yeah. And then, you know, that second impression was, holy shit, this game is very different than what I was expecting. Like, you know, I had some expectations going into it of a game that was better than the last couple of Smashes that have been released, and I was right on that. But it's better in a way that it was a little different than what I was expecting it to be. So we'll
All
get
right.
more into that.
Okay. I wanted you to quantify that,
Yeah,
but we can come
yeah.
in. So, what was your first impression, John?
So I came into the game with a bit of skepticism because there was so
Really?
much, because there's so much hype around it,
Yeah.
and Melee was such a big esports game.
Are you a Melee boy?
I enjoy watching Melee, but
Yeah.
I can't
Who
say
doesn't?
that about the other games in Smash.
Right. That's the problem.
So when I booted it up, I had a lot of fun with it, and I was kind of disappointed with the lack of characters in the beginning, but the game really shines with how many people and how many combos.
See, I really enjoyed unlocking all the characters. I like that.
Yeah, I was
Like,
actually going about. So there's
Yeah.
like a hacky way of unlocking all the characters, and then there's like the way you're supposed to do it. And I was for a while just going to like just kind of casually playing the game and unlocking characters the slow way.
Yeah, I confess, I did the like unlock a character, then close the game, reopen the game, unlock it.
I started doing it after like the first day because I brought it to work like the day I got it. Which is, this is kind of messed up that like the 30-year-old man and I'm bringing my Nintendo into work. Guys, it's the new game. You gotta play it. But everyone's excited to play, and then like I get there, I only have like 12 characters unlocked. And
Yeah.
God, you suck, Leo. Don't you know about the thing? You can unlock all the characters way faster. So it's peer pressured into it.
Well, because everyone's like, hey, I want to play with like
my
the Wrestle
dude.
Cat or the King Cat Rule.
My main character.
Yeah, exactly. So you got to get the characters.
And of course, like we'll probably talk about mains later, but my main character I unlocked very early on. So when I brought it to work, I was the only one with like his main favorite character, and everyone just kept dying to me. It actually felt pretty good. But yeah, so.
Yeah, my first impressions, I mean, just playing it on release night, I thought the game just immediately, because, okay, my history was you know, I played Smash 64, played the original, played the fuck out of Melee.
Yeah, way
played,
too much Melee.
Played a bit of Brawl, then of course we played
Project
a
M.
lot of Project M, which is a mod of Brawl. I mostly skipped Smash 4, I played a little bit of Smash 4, but like just like playing Ultimate, like it just immediately felt good. Like the characters just moved, like really fluid, like because like if I sat down and played Smash 4, it just like
from the beginning it felt bad.
It's just something feels off about
I felt
that
the same way about Brawl actually.
But yeah, it just immediately felt good. Just playing a Smash in like true like HD 1080. I mean, I don't know what the Wii U was 720, I guess. So Smash 4 was a 720.
It's technically high def.
Yeah. No, this game looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks great. Smash.
Yeah, I love the way the game sounds. The like sound effects.
Looks beautiful. You were saying.
Looks beautiful. Sounds great. Like the sounds are like really impactful. Like when you hit another, like it just feels good.
Yeah.
Which also one of my favorite new additions we were just talking about is like when you get that like final hit. Like there's like that slow motion freeze frame on your character.
Yeah.
That is the most satisfying.
It excites me quite a bit.
It is so
I get
satisfying.
very excitable playing this game. There might be some quotes of me yelling like promiscuous things.
Yeah, so what was your favorite thing about Smash?
Well, okay, so the key thing for me is movement. So the reason I didn't like Brawl that much or Smash Brothers 4 is because coming from playing, I mean, I didn't play as much Melee, I don't think, as you, but there was a time where we started playing a lot like more Melee and characters move really fast in that game, and then Brawl, they slowed it way down. So I look at it like, look at the stock count. People will play the game with certain number of stocks, and like Melee was like a 4-stock game, so games went quick even with that. Then Brawl was so slow that they dropped it down to like,
nobody plays Brawl, I don't know.
who knows? They dropped it down to 2 or 3 stocks. And then Smash Brothers 4 came out, and like no one died in that game, and it was also kind of slow. Yeah. So playing this game, it was like immediately is like, oh man, like fast, like you can move, like you can dash dance sort of. You can like do like some quick little dash dancing, and I mean, yeah, you're not like doing like the super fast dash, but it's like it's fast, it's faster, and people die at a relatively decent amount of time. Like it doesn't take forever to kill people, which is important. So like that movement and quickness to the game is really what I love about it most.
And I think that helps with making the game watchable, right? Because if you watch people play like Brawl or like Smash 4,
they
like,
do that to interrogate ISIS members. That's what they do.
Those matches just go on forever, right? And that was kind of one of the problems in Smash 4 that I really didn't like about that game is like everyone had like bonkers, crazy good recoveries and the blast zones on the stages, like the like edges of the stages, the screen edges where you die were so far out. So like a combination of those two things, and edge guarding was basically not a thing because everyone had ridiculous recoveries and you could just air dodge infinitely. So a combination of all those things just meant characters live forever, and those matches just go on forever.
A 2-stock match is like 10 minutes long.
It seems like most people, I mean, we're, at the time of this recording, we're only, 3 weeks-ish into the lifespan of Smash Ultimate.
Has it already been 3 weeks?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
It feels longer to me.
Really? I just feel like time flies, man.
Anyway, we're a few weeks into the life of Ultimate, and I mean, at the moment, it seems like we've settled on 3 stocks, which is somewhere in between Melee. It's not quite as fast as Melee, but also not as slow as Smash 4.
I'll take it. I'll take it for sure.
Yeah.
Like I get that, Melee and stuff is a game that had a very steep learning curve. So things like, Melee had all these idiosyncrasies that you had to learn just to play the game competitively or just to be able to play at the same level as a lot of players.
Right.
Like wave dashing and L canceling, and we won't have to go into the specifics of those. But this game takes a lot of those kind of like inbred glitchy mechanics that you have to do out of the game. So like.
It
more
integrates
fair.
it pretty well, like the short hops.
Sure,
that's something they made a lot
accessible
easier. So like one of the like advanced mechanics in Melee, right, is that like short hopped aerials are like really tough to deal with in that game. They're a really good option. I guess that's true of just about every Smash game, but in Smash Ultimate they made it really easy because if you press jump and attack at the same time, you just auto do a short hop aerial, which is very helpful, I guess, for newer players.
Yeah, but like you said, it's somewhere in between Melee and Brawl.
No, it's definitely more accessible.
Yeah, it's like more. It has the added accessibility of the newer games, but then it's brought things down to a little bit more kind of a faster tempo of Melee. So it's a great mix, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did favorite thing. Let's go with least favorite thing, Leo.
Number one least favorite thing is if I'm playing the game and I already know I'm about to die because I'm playing against James Wolfe and he's going to kill me like 80% of the time. I just want to press start, do like LRA start thing, resets the game without having to go all the way back to choose your character, choose your map, choose your significant other to like benefit you when you die. Like it's all these choices, and then you get to play the game again. That's so
Leo's talking about the salty run back. That's what they called it. The salty run back option that was in Project M, where it was like
it's useful though. Like for I don't know.
Where it's like if you don't want to go back to the stage select screen, you don't want to see the results screen, whatever. It just immediately restarts the match.
Right.
Yeah.
How many fighting games have a rematch mechanic? Like every fighting game, you press start, or if the match ends, it's rematch. Like immediately go back in. Like, come on, Nintendo.
John, was your least favorite thing about Ultimate?
Least favorite thing. I would say probably the online play.
Yeah, online's a little rough. What has been your experience with online?
I haven't yet dived into it, but I've been researching kind of the options, and I've seen footage of other people's experiences, which is why I'm kind of upset with online. I just know there's a lot of lag, and people are comparing it to Brawl with the latency.
It's not as bad.
It's definitely not as bad as Brawl. That's an exaggeration.
Yeah, but it was a little bit like I was kind of bummed out. I was really hoping for just like a solid online.
So yeah, I played Leo, who lives in North Carolina, when he's not right here in front of my face. And it was like noticeably lag. I mean, it was playable, I guess, but it was like borderline unplayable. Between the.
Now, what I have heard though, and I haven't really tested it out myself, that is if you online play with people in your area, that's pretty good.
That's what I was about to say. Then I played.
Actually, I think.
I played with my other friend who is local. I could barely notice that I was online.
Really?
There was it. It was very good. But yeah, there's a certain amount of input lag when you play online, and then there's like the actual like if the connection's really really bad, you actually get like the slowdown. So it's like a combination of both things. But I've also played just a decent amount of online with randos, and I have to say that most of the matches I've played have been pretty good.
If you do like matchmaking, like I found it's kind of closer to 50-50 for me, so I don't know, it might just be bad luck, but you'll find a few matches that are like, okay, like this is like playable.
I'd have to say it's like 60-40 or 70-30 in terms of like, this isn't that bad, and like, oh god.
Unplayable garbage. Yeah. But I was really, and that's something I'm hoping that they can like adjust.
I hope so too.
Because there's so much potential there for making like a ranked online play like system, I guess like kind of dedicated servers and stuff.
Yeah, dedicated servers. Because you guys are paying like $20
now that Nintendo is charging for it, there's like really no excuse for a subpar online.
Exactly.
That actually like that might be tied for my number one thing I don't like about it.
My number one least favorite thing about Smash Ultimate is something we were discussing a little bit ago, and it's a very small thing but a very important thing. When I finish a match, I want my cursor immediately selected on my character that I played last match. I don't want to have to pick my character over again.
Here's the thing with that. Hasn't every other Smash before this done that?
Yes, so this is a regression.
Yeah, why did they change that?
This is... this game is a step forward in so many ways,
Yeah.
and this is like the one thing that is definitely a step backwards, and it's
Yeah.
like a very annoying little thing.
They're
But
trying to get cute. Man.
I'm hoping we can
Yeah.
patch that, because that seems like a very minor thing you could patch in.
How do you guys feel about like the spirits?
I'm gonna let John go first.
Okay.
So spirits, I think the concept's really cool.
Okay. It's always a great way to start a
But-
comment about something.
I mean, I think it's a good idea to for people who are more casual for something for them to do. Basically, if they're not into the competitive, like play online, like
Yeah.
you know,
They don't want to do
non-party,
PvP
non-items.
game,
Yeah. So I think it's a great idea, but
Yeah.
for me personally, I think it's just filler in
Yeah.
a way, and I don't want to like grind through all the spirits and collect all of them. And
I do. I definitely fucking do. I love it. I love
like
the
it.
spirits mode. I loved the World of Light mode, and I love
Yeah.
the spirits mode. Here's why I like the spirits mode, because every single battle with a spirit, they're trying to like capture the essence of that. Okay, so all of the
so, but World of Light is different than spirits in a way because.
Oh, it's the same.
no.
Wait,
Well,
you-
spirits battle. You're talking about spirits
Yeah.
battle versus the world.
Yeah,
of
no,
Light.
I'm talking about the spirits mechanic in general.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's break it down like this. How do you guys feel about like the spirits mechanic, like in
Okay.
a match, like
Okay. Without
The World of
taking
Light.
World of Light out of it,
Yeah,
I like.
exactly.
You're just talking about battling spirits.
Yeah.
I like that a lot, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to like capture the essence of. Okay, so all of the spirits are references to characters from different,
Right.
mostly just Nintendo games.
This is a talk about ultimate characters.
It's
versus
just
a bunch
tons
of-
and tons and tons of characters.
Yeah.
In each spirit battle is when you're fighting that battle to unlock that spirit is a reference to either that character's game or that character. So like some of my favorite ones have been like I fought like Daruk from Breath of the Wild, right?
Wow.
And the way they did that is he was like a giant Donkey Kong who had like the giant club item, and I was like, okay, I can kind of see that. But then there was like,
it's unique to the game though, so that's
yeah, they're trying to like
Yeah.
capture, the
Yeah.
Donkey Kong is supposed to be Daruk, and you're
Right.
supposed to be fighting Daruk. But then there was like 4 Jigglypuffs floating around in the air. I was like, I don't understand what's going on with these
I
Jigglypuffs.
get that.
And then I realized the only move the Jigglypuffs were using was the rollout move, where they just roll really fast. I was like, they're Gorons!
Okay.
So that's what I like about the Spirits mode, is
That's
like
cute. That's cute.
trying to figure out all the
Yeah.
little references they're doing.
I've heard that too. And
Mm-hmm.
another example of that was Nintendo made some kind of like sing-along game, kind of like
Course
Oh,
Kids? Is that
It
the...
was an old one though. You're talking about for like SNES. and
Yeah.
stuff, yeah.
yeah, and the apparently the battle for that is a bunch of Jigglypuffs just repeating "sing" over and over and over.
That's awesome.
yeah, so
That's very good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
cool.
love that. That's awesome.
yeah, that's cool. But
Uh-huh.
I'm talking about like the rock paper scissors mechanic. Like I think that's kind of basic.
Yeah.
And like
I
the
kind of
whole
ignored
collect-
the rock paper scissors part. I kind of like whatever.
the dojo and the training and like you gotta release them to collect more. And
Yeah, once you kind of, because it's very like confusing and unintuitive when you first approach that, and then you realize how it works, and then it's
Yeah.
just very simple, and you're like, okay, all right, I got it, and then you just like never think about it again.
I haven't really played much spirit mode in like just like my like friendly matches and stuff, but like is that the way that you get the final smash attack to trigger after a certain amount of time? Because I know that's one of the spirits that I had when I was playing the World of Light
What?
mode.
Oh, you mean the Smash meter?
Yeah,
That's just a rule set change.
You,
That's the
you can
rules
just
have changed
you
now.
can change that in the rules
I
if you
didn't know
want.
that was unique to like the spirits because I had that.
It is.
I had a spirit that did that in the World.
Yeah,
of Light.
it can charge your thing faster. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other cool thing you can do, and I haven't actually done this, is you can take the spirits into like normal like Smash mode
Right, that's what I was. Yeah.
to like further customize the rule
Right,
set.
but that sounds kind of nuts.
Well, yeah, because it's like in the previous Smash games,
Yeah.
there's like special Smash where like everyone has the bunny ears, so you jump super high, and then
Yeah,
everyone
unique like.
and everyone has mushrooms, so everyone's super big or whatever. You can do the same thing with spirits,
By
where
just applying different spirits.
yeah, you can just do all sorts of crazy rules.
They're like
which,
their own mon.
Which sounds
rules
kind of fun.
modifiers,
Yeah,
yeah.
it sounds kind of fun. I mean, here's the thing: like Smash is a game that you can play competitively, and you
Right.
get super serious and have like no
Yeah.
items and no final smashes, or you can also just kind of like bullshit around, put a bunch of items in, yell at people when you're throwing bananas,
Play
and,
with
like,
8 players.
Yeah, you know, and, like so.
I've done all of those things,
Yeah.
and I have enjoyed this game equally from like a 1v1, no items, let's play serious, and also maximum bullshit. 8 people at
Oh, bullshit.
8 people at the same time. Let's
Yeah.
all have items on and
Yeah, so this is the first Smash Brothers that you can play 8 people at the same time. On
Smash 4. You could do that.
You could do
Okay.
it,
Yeah.
Well, it's my first time playing it.
Right. Yeah.
And let me just say that is mayhem. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what? Even when you put 5 people on, it's like,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, what is going on?
Yeah.
8 people is just nuts. Oh my god. But it's fun.
I want
It's
to
fun.
try 8 people.
Pure
I don't-
unadulterated.
Oh,
It's
it's maximum chaos.
Yeah.
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 And the only way to do 8 people is to also have items on. So there's just
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
insanity
It's just-
happening at all times.
Yeah.
Have you guys screwed around with? First of all, I love that you can customize and save rule sets,
Yes.
including toggling off stage hazards.
Yeah.
Like, yes, please.
Yeah, so you can just totally just set a randomization of stages that
Yes.
only go to like
Yeah.
Battlefield stages or
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I know the competitive crowd also
Oh.
wants a toggle like on the stage select screen.
Toggle
Whatever.
For what?
To turn stage
on and off.
hazards on and off on the
That's
stage
how we
select
used to
screen.
do it, yeah.
I don't know. I could. There's so many stages now. Like we could
There's
just
a
do
lot
without.
of
There's
stages.
so many cool
Good
stages,
God.
and there's a lot more viable stages now that you can
Mm-hmm.
toggle the hazards off.
Which is that's an interesting like thing. Like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like, I want to play this stage, but then just take out the hazards and stuff. Let me just play a regular game of Smash on there.
Also, have you guys done the Smashdown mode?
Smash down mode.
Yes,
I don't think I have.
that is 100% one of the best new modes in Smash Ultimate. So in Smashdown mode, the best way to do
This
this.
is the tag team one, right?
No, that's Squad Strike.
Oh, okay.
That's also kind of fun. So, okay, let me explain both of these. I'm gonna do Squad Strike first. Squad Strike is like you can play it tag team style, where if you die, then you can do like teams, right? And if you die, the next person on your team immediately comes in. Or you can do it like crew battle style, where like you have 3 stocks, I have 3 stocks, we play each other, and let's say you take off one of my stocks or something. I have 2 stocks remaining.
Right.
The next person on your team fights me,
With
but
your-
I only have
yeah.
2 stocks. You can do it that way.
Crew battles were a big part of like the history of Smash.
I know,
really
and
cool.
that's really exciting that
Yeah.
that's like an officially supported mode now. And there's a third way you can do it, and I don't remember what it is. Anyway, no, I'm talking about Smashdown, which is 100% the best new mode. And when we did it, we did a 4-player free-for-all Smashdown, which is the best way to do Smashdown.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so Smashdown, what happens when you play Smashdown? Everyone picks a character. You play a match. And it remembers who won that match. So it's like a running thing. So it's like, okay, this guy's got 1 point, he's got 1 win. The other rule is when you guys pick those characters, no one else can pick those characters for the rest of the whole like match. So what happens is your roster keeps like
Smaller and smaller.
shrinking and shrinking and
Yeah.
shrinking.
Yeah.
And the other interesting thing is it encourages like it like auto balances for itself. So let's say like the best person in your group is Leo, and you win the first match,
Yeah.
and maybe you'll even win the second match.
Right.
But then it like displays the score after every match, and then the other 3 people, if you're doing free for all, are like, "All right, fuck this, let's team up on Leo," which is very good.
Yeah.
But also, it encourages you to have like a wide array of mastery of characters across the whole roster.
Which I don't.
Because if you pick your favorite
They're
character
gone.
in the first match,
Yeah.
they're gone for the rest of the thing.
Right.
Or if you don't pick your favorite character in the first match, somebody can like
Yeah.
snipe it from you
Yeah.
so that you can't play your
It's
favorite
like
character.
it's like a Smash draft.
Exactly. But the most interesting thing, so we had our Smashdown was like really, really even. It was like 3 wins to 3 wins to 3 wins, and then like I had 4 wins or something like that. So like everyone was kind of teaming up on me.
Right.
And then it was like, all right, this is the decisive round. Let's see who's gonna be the like Smashdown champion. And then the character select screen comes up, and it's like Wii Fit Trainer, Olimar, like me Brawler. You're like, ooh, shit! Like this is the decisive round, and I don't know what any of these characters do at all.
That's funny. That's funny.
Because everyone's just picking everyone.
Dude, Wii Fit Trainer is legit.
One of my other friends, Brian, plays with Wii Fit Trainer, and I don't know how. I still don't even know what that character does.
Like her attacks come at weird angles, and like you don't
Yeah.
expect them, and then she can like self heal.
Yeah.
It's pretty nuts.
Yeah. Anyway, Smashdown is good. I endorse.
So what happens if you have 4 players and then an odd number of characters do two people pick? For
No,
the last round?
so if there's not enough characters to keep going, the game just ends.
Oh,
Because that's what happened. It was like the final round or whatever, but there was like, I don't know, 5 characters or 6 characters left, and so just 2 characters go unused. And if you're thinking about the rule set, the other thing that can happen, it probably isn't going to happen if you're doing free for all and people are actually teaming up. But what could, in theory, happen is somebody starts running away with it. So it's like you have 5 wins. You have 5 wins, and there's like 3 games left to play, and there's like no way you're gonna catch that guy or whatever.
Right.
You can. There's also like a mercy rule you can set in there. So it's like if that guy gets to a point, if one player gets to a point where they can't be caught,
turn,
it's just immediately over, which is really cool. Smash down.
I don't know if it's my favorite, but it was an interesting thing. I've been bringing the Smash console, like the Switch console set up and playing Smash at work. We have conference rooms, and we just pick a conference room and like hook it up.
Yeah.
And then one guy I invited to play from like upstairs, like it was cool. He hit me up like it was like, hey Leah, I wanted to know, were you interested in playing Smash with some of the other guys over at like the other side of the company? I was like, what? Like there's a separate Smash crew
underground
like
Smash
over there?
community
Yeah,
where you're
it's insane. So he was like, yeah, I got invited, and I told him you were pretty cool. So like, this is an underground network of Smashers at work is happening. It's really cool. But that crew was playing with like a map phase mode that it switches out maps in the middle of the
that's
ground
new.
and stuff.
I like that
was
too.
Kind of interesting. It's just
Yeah.
like, and then it was like a new map.
So you could be playing on Battlefield, and then
Yeah.
you could be playing on like Rainbow Cruise in the next.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that was
that
nice.
sounds really cool.
That was nice.
Yeah. Oh, were you not aware of this?
No.
Oh yeah.
When
can-
you're choosing a map, there's like a little section on the left, and you just choose 2 stages or something, and then you can
Play
have
on
a
both,
switch
basically,
between.
yeah.
Yeah.
At first, I thought it was just one stage that like morphed,
Mm-hmm.
But then it was like the second game was like it was like Final Destination to like the Hyrule Castle, and I was like, wait a second, what is going on here? So that's an interesting mode too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that game's pretty fucking good, huh?
Yeah, Smash. Okay, basically, it has lived up to all of my expectations.
I was gonna say my expectations were like through the roof,
Yeah.
and it met, if not exceeded, my
Yes.
expectations. It is
Yes.
very good.
I'm very excited to see the future of this game. It
Yep.
seems like they really are interested in listening to the player base and the
Mm-hmm.
community. I'm going back full competitive.
Oh shit!
I am reviewing
wow.
frame data. I am watching videos. I am ready for my local tournaments in North Carolina. I've joined North Carolina tournament, boards, and yeah. So
Let me tell you this: the DLC characters that are coming out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited for PD Piranha, and I'm really, really excited for Joker from Persona 5. If only because the announcement of Joker from Persona 5 means that there are no more fucking rules
Yeah.
for who can and
They
can't
get
be
in.
in Smash.
Sure.
Because the Persona series, there has never been like a mainline Persona game on any Nintendo. Like John pointed out, there's been like some spin-offs on the Nintendo console.
Correct.
But not only is Persona 5 not on a Nintendo
Persona
console.
5 is a completely unrelated.
Yeah, it's just a game. It's a video game. So like, hey, anything's on the table.
I'm looking for Master Chief.
Yeah,
So-
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Everyone
Did
wants
you?
Master Chief.
Yeah, you saw how
Yeah.
buddy like Reggie Fils-Aimé and
know if I
Bill.
saw
What the fuck is the Microsoft guy? Anyway,
Spencer.
whatever. Yeah,
Right?
thank you, Phil Spencer. Yeah.
Spencer. Yeah, that'd be good. It'd be cool to see like some other Final Fantasy characters, like maybe Final Fantasy VIII.
Like lightning?
I would not hold your breath.
Maybe we can get Squall in there.
I wouldn't
Come
hold
on,
your breath.
Nintendo, put Squall in there.
I would not hold your breath.
He has the perfect like
I think
emo style like personality to like want to smash a bunch of characters.
Kingdom Hearts owns Squall now.
Yes,
All right,
that's
we're gonna go on to our top 5 games of the year.
Sure, I'm ready.
All
What are
right.
the categories again?
So we're doing things a little bit differently. Normally we do a top 5 where we like count down from 5 to 1 our favorite things in a given category. So in the past we've done like top 5 soundtracks, top 5 Sega games, top 5 whatever. This time we're doing it a little bit differently for our games of the year. These are still some of the best games of the year, but what we're going to do is we're going to break each of these 5 games down and award a best in category to each of these 5 games. So, for example, we're going to do a best narrative, a best soundtrack, a best indie, a best art direction, and a best overall game for 2018. And by the way, before we get started, do you guys have any like honorable mentions that did not make your top 5 for 2018?
I thought. Can I go?
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah, you can go, John.
Can I leave?
Can I leave right now?
Go, let's go.
One of the games I was thinking about was Dead Cells. I
Uh-huh.
thought that was a really good game,
Uh-huh.
and it didn't make any of the
Couldn't fit
categories.
any of your categories, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I thought that game. I played it during the open access period,
Mhm.
and I thought it was shaping up to be really good, and
Mhm.
it finally launched, and it felt very complete and a good controlling game. So
I think a good honorable mention for me is one that actually was originally released on like PC browsers in 2017, and then the console version came out in 2018. And that's when I played it. So I thought it was a 2018 game, but it wasn't. And it's Survive.io.
Oh, you showed me that.
Yeah, it's like if you played like we talked about PUBG. You know,
yeah.
and it's a browser-based version of the game.
I think you've endorsed this before.
Yeah, I think I might have endorsed it. So that's kind of my honorable mention for the year, even though it technically came out last year.
Yeah, I have a bunch that fit that category. So
Yeah.
first is Hollow Knight, which technically came out last year, 2017, but came out on the Switch this year in 2018, which is when probably most people played it.
Right, yeah.
It is hands down the best Metroidvania I've ever played, without exception. It is fucking fantastic. My other one was Yakuza 0, which came out in 2015.
Oh, did it really?
Was localized.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a 2015
Oh, wow.
game. It was localized in English in 2017,
Gotcha.
but released on Steam,
Steam.
this year, 2018. Yakuza 0 is fucking great. It's the story of these Japanese gangsters who are just kind of goofballs. I always say the main character, Kiryu, is Batman, if Batman was allowed to have fun.
Then he wouldn't be Batman.
I guess he's not Batman. I don't know. But
The point of Batman is
they're
that
just
you
like these
don't have-
fantastic characters in Yakuza. And my last honorable mention is 7 Billion Humans, which I think...
Oh yeah, that's a great game.
Yeah, that came out this year, and it's a game about programming. If you have any interest in learning programming, you can play 7 Billion Humans and get some of the concepts down, or at least the ways you have to think when you program. Or if you do a lot of programming, like the three of us all do, we're all 3 computer programmers at our day job, you can practice a lot of the skills you
It's
need.
surprisingly challenging at times.
It is surprising, and it's like really sleek the way
Oh,
that
yeah.
they,
super smooth.
because you just kind of like drag and drop the different programming verbs.
Yeah, which is kind of like the daunting part of programming.
Yeah, 'cause
you
it's
don't
like-
have to learn all the specific languages.
Exactly.
It's just like the basics of like the primitive nature of programming.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so it takes all of that out because there's no chance you're going to mistype something. There's no chance
Right.
there's like a word you didn't know existed or something. You
Yeah.
have all of your options right there on the screen, and you just drag and drop them and organize them into however you want.
It's all about just like logic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is very good. All right,
Wait,
Let's get on to
which
this.
category do we start with?
let's begin. All right, our first category, best narrative. I want to go last.
Okay.
You go first.
For best narrative,
Yeah.
the nominees. Oh,
Mm.
Actually, no, we don't have nominees. Sorry. Just the winner.
All right, here's the winner. Leo's winner for best
My
narrative.
choice for best narrative
Mhm.
goes to Red Dead Redemption.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Surprise, surprise.
Mhm.
I think we talked about.
Well, why was the narrative in Red Dead so
Well,
good?
I'm saying, I think we talked about
Uh-huh.
how pretty the game was, but we did talk about how Rockstar Games is known for having, some kind of epic stories, and there's laughter, and there's Red Dead Redemption. Well, this is 2, right? I mean, Red
Yeah.
Dead Redemption, the first,
Yeah.
but,
I'm assuming you're talking about Red Dead 2.
yeah. So like the first Red Dead Redemption was well known for kind of how the game ended, and the kind of the style of every like Rockstar game, kind of you can just always like kind of play indefinitely in kind of a free roaming mode, and they tied that into the narrative in such a way. Red Dead Redemption 2, I don't know how it ends yet. I've still yet to finish it, but I have enjoyed the narrative so much. It flows from like just so many different settings and so many like twists and turns, and the plot is just like engaging to the point where I'm still wanting to play the game like 3 months later to find out how it ends, and that's rare for me. Like usually, if I haven't finished a game in the first couple of months, it's not one I'm probably going to finish.
What if the ending is super, super disappointing?
Then I will come back and retcon this choice and be like, you know what, screw it, it sucked. I mean, I would say that then that would be a good narrative with a bad ending, but
Okay.
I'm really impressed with the writing of that game, and I think it's noteworthy. So that's my narrative.
John, what was your favorite narrative in 2018?
To be honest, I haven't really played too many narrative-based games. I would probably put Red Dead if I had a chance to play it. But I want to put down Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I thought that game was pretty amazing for...
It's a great game.
Yeah. I had no expectations going into that, and the game sets itself up as this really epic simulator of being a knight in Eastern Europe. And the opening sequence is kind of like this harmless tutorial area, and then some epic stuff goes down, and it's like, oh god, I want to play the rest of this game, and I want to see it to the end, and which I haven't had the chance to do.
Me either.
So what if the ending's really disappointing?
Again, it'd be a great narrative with a bad ending. That's not going to happen.
I think the potential is probably what counts more than the ending,
Okay. My pick, I've actually finished this game, and I know what the ending is.
I'm almost done with mine. Okay, it's close.
My pick is very unconventional. So, kind of like John, there's nothing this year that really struck me. I did not finish Red Dead, so I can't put that on my list because I didn't finish
You
it.
didn't experience enough to appreciate the narrative.
Exactly,
either.
yeah. And there was nothing else really this year that struck me narratively. There just wasn't.
Yeah.
My pick this year is going to be Celeste, which is actually it's like a really difficult platformer in the vein of I don't know, like a Super Meat Boy or a
Super Meat Boy's got a great narrative.
and plus does it? Celeste actually has a pretty cool narrative. It's about this girl Madeline who wants to climb this mountain, but Madeline has a lot of issues with anxiety. And that manifests as a mechanic in the game, because the dark parts of Madeline manifest as a character. And I'm not really sure if the game was going for the dark parts of Madeline have always been an actual physical embodiment, or if Celeste the mountain is a magical place where it can bring to life these darker parts of you. I wasn't totally sure. But yeah, anyway, so Celeste the character's name is Madeline. When Madeline is climbing Mount Celeste, that's why it's called Celeste, when she's climbing the mountain, in the beginning she's kind of struggling against this character, which is kind of an embodiment of all of her, the negative aspects she sees in herself and all of her anxieties. And the story is kind of how she... not even overcomes it, but comes to terms with
begins to know how to live with the darker side.
kind of that's kind of what the story's about. Celeste, it's a good platformer. It's made by Matt Thorsen, who also did Towerfall, which is one of my favorite party games.
Yes, that's a great
And
game.
actually Madeline is now playable in Towerfall as a character.
Cool.
That's neat.
So let's move on. Leo,
Yeah.
those were our Red Dead Redemption 2, Kingdom Come Deliverance, and Celeste were our best narrative games
of 2018.
Leo, what was your favorite soundtrack this year?
Favorite soundtrack this year goes to The Messenger.
Oh shit! The Messenger's banging, yeah.
We talked about that last episode. And we talked about specifically how cool the soundtrack was. Not only was it just good composition and good sounding instruments and good synths and stuff, but just the progression of the soundtrack interlocking with the time travel in the game and how the stage soundtrack would change subtly with time and stuff. Really cool things with sound and track, music and composition in that game. I mean, we already spoke a lot about that game last episode. That's
Nice.
So
I'll probably I'll put in some cool music from the Messenger and whatever game John is about to talk about.
Okay.
Okay, smart.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
My game, which is kind of a cheating answer, is Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Okay,
So
that's not a cheat. That's not a cheat.
Well, so the reason why I picked it was because it has basically all the stage music and everything.
It's got like
And from all
1,000
the other
tracks.
games.
Yeah.
But I think primarily why I picked it is because of all the remixes.
There's so many good
Yeah,
remixes
there's
on
a
there.
lot of good remixes. That's worth noting. I mean,
Yeah.
that's true.
I think
By the way-
I fell in love with that game with the Mega Man remix.
That is so good. That's
Yeah.
done by the Mega Man is remix. The one I think you're talking about is done by Jun Sonoy, who has done all of the like really stupid Sonic music, like
Yeah.
all of the like,
Yeah.
especially like the Sonic Adventure, like that going forward music, which is he did a great job with Mega Man. My other favorite remix is the new King K. Rool theme, which they took Gangplank Galleon from DKC 1 and like made a weird like jazzy rap cover of it. I'll put it over top right now so people know what the hell I'm talking about. It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, my favorite soundtrack this year is Octopath Traveler.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's another great one.
Yeah, there was a lot of things about that game I did not like. Mainly how that game. Anyway, we don't need to get into that. Anyway,
Go listen to our Octopath Traveler.
yeah, go listen to the
episode
Octopath
for
Traveler
that one.
episode if you want to hear my thoughts on that. But no, the soundtrack is fucking great.
it's really good.
The game looks and sounds amazing. Specifically, sounds amazing. There's like really like high energy battle themes. And I watched a video on this. The other thing I didn't realize it was doing is the music will like organically like go into a next part of the track based on where you are. Okay, so let me explain what I'm talking about. There's like a lead up track when you're about to have a boss fight that's like bum 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 bum. But what a lot of games do will cheat and they'll like crossfade two tracks together to blend them. This game is actually smart enough to know it's got like a repeating like ba ba bum ba bum ba bum ba ba bum ba ba, and then when you hit A and close the last text message and then go into the ba ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba ba, and then
That's awesome.
yeah. So it like knows when
That's pretty cool.
So there's like no cheating crossfading there. It knows. That's real slick. Great.
That game would be so good if it was like good.
Different. If it was a totally different game.
Yeah.
No, it looks and sounds
It
amazing.
looks and sounds so good.
Yeah,
Like,
and
just
then-
like a better game would be the whole. package, man.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, those are our best soundtracks. Let's go on to our best indie game of the year.
Best indie game of the year goes to Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Oh shit!
So that's
Nice.
two
Popping
months.
up again.
Yeah, that game is phenomenal. And now, granted, I am a bit biased as I love medieval games, games with swords,
Of course.
games with knights, games with kingdoms and comes and deliverances. But yeah, I don't know. So
That game looks really good for an indie game too.
yeah, it does. And the interesting thing about that game is like some people call it indie and some people call it AAA because it looks so good. So it's kind of cheating a little bit, but to me it's an indie game. Like that's not really a AAA game.
Right.
And they kind of knew that. Like they were going for a game that had a lot of sort of cinematic feel, and that's what I like about it. You feel like you're in this world and you're a knight and you're like becoming a more and more important person in the world and leveling up in a way that's not a traditional kind of RPG system. It's like you level up by like just becoming better in the world.
It's like Skyrim system.
Yeah.
But actually
Right.
better. Like makes more sense.
Right,
Like,
and it's like it feels like a dangerous world, and as you get stronger, you feel like more of a badass.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I spent way too many hours playing that game. I too did not finish it yet, but I would love to.
How far did you get?
Pretty damn far. I mean, I got to the point where I was decked out in full like mail, like plate armor and stuff, and had like my own horse, and like I was a big deal. And then I just started killing random people, which is always what happens in Skyrim and stuff. I just start killing people.
Which the game totally builds the narrative around. It's not like you're this epic hero and you're not allowed to kill
Oh yeah,
anyone.
you're just a nobody. Really.
You're a nobody and
Yeah.
you're trying to make a name out of
Yeah.
yourself,
Yeah.
and the game allows you to do whatever.
I tend, when I have too much freedom in games, I tend to get distracted and just start killing innocents, and then
Well, you save scum, right? So you save, then you
Yeah,
kill
right,
nonsense,
right.
and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you-
But then I have so much fun doing that I just never finished the actual narrative. So, but yeah, that's my favorite indie game of the year for me.
What you think of? Sorry, I have to ask. What you think of the mechanic of the saving with the potions? Did you like that, or was that?
It's a little annoying.
Did you find yourself going?
I find
back to
myself
rest?
sleeping a lot. Yeah, I would just kind of go home for the day. I would just kill a bunch of innocents and go home and take a nap, and or like it was kind of convenient because you can just kind of sleep and rest anywhere and just get the autosave off of it. So
Yeah. My best indie game of the year, I put down Into the Breach. So
that was a honorable mention for me. I guess.
Yeah.
Runner up.
yeah, I thought that game was really good, and I wasn't sure how they would top FTL, the developers who made both games.
I'll do a lot more than FTL.
Really, I thought FTL was the better game overall, but Into the Breach was really good, and it captured some of that fun that FTL gave with the subsequent playthroughs and unlocking new pilots and new mechs and teams and stuff like that. So, and I thought the strategy element was really good, really well done. So, I didn't think it was too hard to pick up, and gave you a reason to play a lot of it. So.
Check out our Into the Breach episode.
Yeah.
A more in-depth review.
You definitely should, because my favorite indie game of the year is Into the Breach.
Nice.
Oh.
Wow, we were really close to having all three Into the Breach now.
Oof.
Because it
We
was
all-
actually on my list for a while.
We all loved Into the Breach.
Yeah. It was a legit runner-up for me.
Yeah, my favorite thing about this game is how like every single turn of Into the Breach feels like a chess puzzle, because it's a turn-based game. It's not like FTL where it's real time and you're like constantly struggling to like maintain all your systems, and it's FTL feels a little more frantic. Into the Breach is turn-based, so you have an unlimited time to think about what you're going to do every single turn.
We have to pick the optimized.
Yeah,
choice.
but it's always about like you're just sitting down and you're like, oh my god, like I'm so screwed, like how do I get out of this? Okay, wait a minute. If I move this guy here, I think I can move this guy out of the way. Okay, and that'll free this guy up to go here.
Yeah.
It's like a chess puzzle on every single turn.
Yeah. Which I enjoyed. I like chess
Yeah.
a lot of chess puzzles.
And then sometimes there's no like correct answer to the puzzle, and it's just like, okay, I need to like minimize. Yeah, I just need to minimize my damage here. Like, how can I like protect myself as much as I can here? Like, what's the risk reward of all the best optimized moves I could make? I guess.
I really love how simple the game gets after you play it a while, but then like the different mech teams give you different options. So like, the game kind of encourages you to kill the enemies and like wipe them out completely, but there's some teams that don't have any damage at all, and you just mitigate everything by moving them around. And
Yeah. So then it's not just about like destroy everything. It's like, okay,
make
I
them
need
attack themselves,
to make them kill themselves,
Make
put
them
them in
fall
like
off.
clouds where they can't do anything,
Yeah.
push them into the water.
Yeah.
That's very good. Those are our best indie games. Now we're gonna go with best art direction, Leo.
Best art direction
Yeah.
goes again to Red Dead Redemption.
Oh
2.
shit. Okay.
Yeah, we talked about that game a couple episodes back as our prettiest game.
Oh yeah, it's
Um,
extremely pretty.
Or I guess we talked about it and then talked about our top 5 prettiest games, and I think it made both our lists. Part of that is just because of the art direction that they chose. And it's not just art in terms of kind of like the models and like character models or textures and stuff, which is very well done, but also just like environment concept art they must have developed for this game. Like, it's just insane. Like, there's certain times it just feels like a paint, like you're just looking at a painting come to virtual life. Visually stunning, and props to the art team for that game. It's insane.
Yeah, that game looks amazing.
Yeah. Red Dead 2.
All right. Yep. My best art game of the year, Dragon Ball Fighters.
Ooh,
Okay,
nice.
sure,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I've been playing a lot of that game, and I've been trying to think why I love it so much.
Yeah.
And
It feels like a DBZ.
that's
It just
Exactly.
looks like the anime
Yeah,
in motion.
yeah.
This is the Dragon Ball game that I've always wanted since I was a little kid,
Right.
and
Yeah.
I wanted to do well, like play well, and
Yeah.
I think the art contributes to that. Like,
Yeah.
you feel like you are those characters
Yeah.
playing as them, and I think Arc Systems did a great job not only just taking what Toriyama did, but also converting it to like a 2.5D style and making it pop to life.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great choice on their part because
Yeah.
the 3D games were not working.
Yeah, exactly.
You loved some of those 3D games.
I loved them, but they weren't working for everybody else.
Yeah. So.
My favorite best art direction this year is also going to go to Red Dead Redemption 2. The game looks absolutely amazing, but I think it's really boring if I was just going to say the exact same thing as you said. So actually, I'm going to talk about Super Mario Party, because I think that game is also gorgeous for a totally different reason. One of the first things I noticed about that game is it's got, I don't know, 20-something characters in it. And all of the characters have custom models with custom animations.
Oh.
So, like, one of the things they added was, like, every character gets, like, when you're doing well, like, you get a star. Like, every character goes, like, yeah, has, like, a custom, like, yeah.
Right,
and then all of them have, like, oh.
Yeah, those are some of the best.
Yeah, but they have, like, custom celebration things.
Right.
So, like...
They don't all just do the same.
Yeah, so, like, Waluigi has this, like, insane pelvic thrusting thing he does. And then, like... Wario has like a pointing dance that he does, and then also like the attention to detail with that game and like all of the modeling is like out of control, because if you play the co-op, the riverboat co-op, some of the characters are like too short to reach their oar over the boat. They actually get little booster seats.
I noticed that. Right.
Yeah.
That is pretty good attention.
But like all of the characters in that game also have like custom run animations for like the mini games where you have to run. So like Waluigi has this crazy lanky legs spinning everywhere, and like Shy Guy's like real short and like he just like waddles across. I don't know.
Unique to his character, right?
Yeah, the game looks great.
Speaking of attention to detail, though, back to your actual
written down. That was not my best art direction.
Red
but
Dead 2, attention to detail was crazy.
The horse balls.
Talk about that.
The horse balls.
The horse balls.
The horse balls.
Just,
Oh, did they model horse balls?
you need to listen to the rear bumper of Red Dead Redemption.
Are you not
2.
aware of this?
No.
You're not aware of horse balls?
No.
So one of the
Sounds amazing.
Red Dead 2's art direction deserves an award strictly for the horse, just everything about the horse and like
and its balls.
the way it moves and the balls and how they shrink in the cold weather and they
balls
Do they have
shrink.
realistic physics?
Yes, the balls have realistic physics.
I don't. Do the balls have realistic
They really
physics?
do.
What? The balls are
Yes.
physics enabled?
The balls shrink.
So if I like slap the balls, they like.
Well, it's more when the horse moves and they kind of like they're kind of
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
that's the thing, yeah.
Best art direction.
And it's
hands
more
down.
and it's more visible in like the hotter area of the
Right.
They hang low. Yeah, that's
So there's women horses too?
well.
But they don't have balls.
Yeah, exactly.
But that was the whole thing. Is that I named my horse. I'm not going to
customize
tell
the
the
horse?
story again, but see the Red Dead Redemption 2 episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I mean, the horse mechanics, like moving and everything, that alone deserves an award. Attention to detail for like when you're in a shop and like there's just like
Oh, I love that.
items and they all have So,
No, the shops work
God,
really
Red Dead
well
2 is just-
in Red Dead 2. Yeah. Like especially like everything's modeled in that game. You can just pick everything up and look at it, like turn it over. Whatever.
Homage to like Shenmue fans.
Definitely, that is definitely Shenmuean. This is it.
The overall
Gentlemen.
game.
This is it. Our best game of the year. This is top honors for 2018. Here we go. Leo's gonna start.
Best overall game for me goes to Super Smash Brothers.
Nice.
It didn't make any of my lists for categories. It didn't have the best art. It didn't have the best soundtrack. It didn't have the best narrative.
No.
But god damn, that game is just so
It's
much
real
fun.
good. It's real good.
At the end of the day, as much as I love Red Dead, for it to make 2 of my categories, I will not play as many hours of Red Dead 2 as I will Smash before the year is over, which is saying a lot. So it's fun, it's addicting, it's a competitive outlet. You can make friends, you can lose friends. Overall,
I've lost a lot of friends.
Oh yeah, almost lost me as a friend.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Beat me too many times.
To
in
Smash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John, best game of the year.
Best game of the year. I put down Monster Hunter. World.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
This is John's list. Let him
Okay.
explain it. Explain
Alright.
yourself, John.
Right.
Explain
I
yourself.
have I mean, like you guys, I have a lot of fond memories of Monster Hunter. I used to play a lot of it back in high school. At the time, the only console that had it was a PSP. So to finally see it, evolve to PC, where I play most of my games now, and see it be really good, really fun.
Well, really.
Well, what makes it fun? Like, what? This is your game of the year. What makes it good?
I think
It's just the game of the year because it's in this year. It's just, it could have been any year. It's just Monster.
I do think that this year's selections, other than maybe Smash and Red Dead, was kind of not as great.
Okay.
So, I don't think Monster Hunter was necessarily a bad game, but I think the fact that I'm able to play it now. Okay, I'm done.
My game of the year is also Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. See our earlier conversation. It's real fucking good.
It's so fun.
Yeah, I just did like all of the like 100% the Spirit
nice.
World of Light thing,
Nice.
which
Seems like a chore.
it kind of
That
was.
cinematic
but
in the beginning though was pretty sweet.
cinematic's crazy.
Yeah.
The cinematic at the end, which
Spoiler alert.
spoiler alert,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
The cinematic at the end makes no fucking sense.
Okay. Well, that's typical of Nintendo.
Yeah. They like tried to go for like, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of the end. Spoilers, I guess. Reminded me of the ending to Final Fantasy VII.
Oh yeah, okay, so.
8 also has an insane ending, but specifically Final Fantasy VII, where like the life stream did like a crazy thing, and you're like, what? I didn't.
Yeah, what is
Total.
happening? Yeah.
And then the credits just start rolling. That's what happened in the ending to Ultimate. They like tried to go for like a. I don't know what they tried to go
It
for.
probably means something. You have to look at it from you have to interpret it.
Exactly. I was like, maybe this means something to Sakurai, but I have no idea what I'm watching. Which, like, I don't know. I don't need like a super high narrative in my Smash Brothers game where I'm making
what I'm saying.
Solid Snake fights Sonic the
Not
Hedgehog.
really much of a narrative.
Yeah.
The art direction
Yeah.
is fine. It's just like it's nothing.
I
new.
mean, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, but like it's not why this game is the overall best
Right,
game.
right,
It's
yeah.
just like it's good.
It's just real good.
This is a good
It's just fun.
game.
In fact, it's so fun. I'm pretty fucking sure as soon as we end this podcast,
Yeah.
we're gonna go play some more Smash. So let's
Yeah.
wrap this shit up so we
Okay.
can go play
Are
Smash.
we doing endorsements? I feel like
Let's endorse.
Okay,
We endorse every episode. Yeah, what you got?
Quickly, the endorsement for this episode for me is the website called chess.com. Fun story. So there's a guy I work with, I guess shout out Jesse, who is, I have a theory that Jesse is actually like an android, like he's part...
Are we talking about my wife?
No, this is Jesse, who I work with.
Oh,
He's
okay,
he's
gotcha.
a dude.
Okay.
And I think he's part Android or something. And he he's a very brilliant kid. And but like he's like he has all these like features of him that you wouldn't guess of like a software developer. Like he's an opera singer. He's a classical guitarist.
Oh, weird.
It's like him. Like it's this AI stuff that's like designed to like look more human, like because he's just otherwise he would be too intelligent, He's a great guy, but he's really good at chess. Like he has played individually everyone on the team, and none of us can beat him.
Ooh,
right?
all right.
So I have made it my goal next
Nah.
year, New Year's resolution. I'm going to beat him at chess, right? So I, asked him and I asked around, and he was like, check out chess.com.
Yeah.
It used to be that if you wanted to play chess online against people, it was kind of, I mean, again, I haven't checked since like
Right.
the 90s,
Sure,
It
yeah.
used to be way more of a convoluted process. Now, chess.com is like, you make an account and you can just play it as like browser. They have like tactics, which is like chess puzzles that you can use to get better at the game. They have learning. They have, live play and turn-based play that you can do over several days. They have all sorts of cool stuff and it's all free. So if you're ever interested in learning chess or playing chess, I endorse that website.
Chess.com? What you got, John?
I don't have.
What the fuck, John? You don't have anything?
No.
How's your drink taste? Do you want to endorse that orange vanilla?
I'll endorse the Samsung Galaxy S9.
Oh, there you go. You found something.
Which one? The S1?
S9 Plus.
The 9
I
Plus?
just got it. I love it. It's fast. It's really good.
Okay. So you're endorsing the Samsung phones. There you go.
Samsung phones. There you go.
Samsung sponsors.
I'm going to... Samsung, please sponsor us. Please. I'm going to endorse an anime.
Oh.
Yeah.
You've done this once before. I was going to say you've never done this, but...
I've done this
You
one.
must watch a lot more anime now.
Yeah, well, I've been watching some anime. I've been watching the Netflix original series Agretzko.
I haven't seen that one.
It's
I heard
real
about
good.
that.
Yeah.
It is about a so I think Jess was explaining to me that like all the character design it's the same people that did like the Hello Kitty, so it like looks like that.
That's not a good start.
No, that's not normally what I'd be into. So like everyone kind of looks. So the main character is like a fox, but like in that Hello Kitty art style. A red panda. Okay, yeah, there you go. A red panda. But it's all about like day-to-day like office life. Like so it's like her job at. It's just like a boring office job
Hello Kitty looking anime about a boring office job. You've got me so far.
Yeah.
All
right. But it's like extremely relatable if you've ever held an office position
so
you've been in like just kind of like awkward situations that you get in.
Back to like Office Space or The Office.
Exactly, like those sorts of like weird situations where like you have like a bad boss or you have like weird coworkers or whatever, and it's all about like navigating those relationships and navigating those politics. I love that kind of stuff. Because this is an anime, of course, everyone has to have a secret superpower.
Right. Things get weird. Yeah.
Her secret superpower is that she turns off her phone to record a podcast.
I mean, this is on vibrate.
Her secret superpower is that because the day-to-day work gets so stressful, she goes to a karaoke bar, and to relieve stress, she sings death metal, like screaming death metal. And that's her thing. So yeah, Agretzko. I think it's 10 episodes long. I'm about 7 or 8 episodes.
On Netflix?
It's on Netflix, and they just came out with a Christmas special, which is "We Wish You a Metal Christmas."
We wish you a metal Christmas.
All sung by her.
I would assume so. Yeah. It's real good. Agretzko. And with that is the last of our shows for 2018. Those were the best games that came out this year.
Trying to
come back in 2019 and maybe we'll be more professional. Maybe we'll have our phones muted in 2019.
Look, 2019 we're going to have sponsors, Samsung. All right?
Samsung, contact us, Samsung.
We're going to get more serious about our social media, plugins. We're going to have the Twitters, and we're going to have the Instagrams, and we're going to have
you endorsed this before. Is this all?
Well, I know, but I want to get more serious about it, right? We're going to have the Patreon.
We are?
We're going to be super legit next year. So look, 2019 is going to be a great year. Honestly, I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, come back and see us in 2019.
Yeah.
We have no idea what our first show of 2019 is going to be, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, what is it?
So, for the Good Games Podcast, I've been James.
I'm Leah.
I'm John.
And we'll see you next time.
See ya.
I feel like this is valuable audio. I should be recording. Oh, that bitch is recording as fuck.
Did you know yours has a crank too?
Oh, I knew it. I don't know if it's a 58-inch crank.
That was the sexiest thing I've ever heard while someone was moving a tripod thing. Like, hey,
squeak, squeak, squeak.
You know yours has a crank too? That was a little weird. Well, I'm uncomfortable now. I feel like we should have like notes or something.
Oh, I have my notes on my phone.
I have my pics on my phone as well.
Shit.
Leo is not prepared.